Why is it that some agents consistently win and other agents constantly lose? Like, what is it? And I'm going to go through two things. One is I call the two businesses, and the other one I call the two big problems, right? And we're going to talk about the two different businesses you own as a business owner. We're going to talk about the two biggest problems people have to be able to compartmentalize and overcome as business owners, as real estate agents. We're going to work through it. I'm going to give you some mentality shifts, and we're going to talk all about it. And I'm going to show you some solutions as well. So stay tuned, watch this video, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and jump on into it. So number one, this is something you may have heard before, you may not have heard before, but it has to do with the fact that every person that owns a business actually owns two businesses, and when you realize this, it can be a huge game changer. So what I mean by this is two businesses. And you learn this in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. If you read this book, you read in a bunch of other books, is you look at anybody, attorneys, you look at doctors, you look at any profession at all, restaurants. Restaurants a perfect example. We'll go with that. With restaurants, you have two businesses. One business in the restaurant business is the ability to attract people into your restaurant so they'll sit down and eat. That's your first business, which is marketing, advertising, sales, that type of thing. You got to get people in the door. I don't care if you have the greatest tacos and fajitas and whatever in the world. If nobody shows up to your restaurant to eat them, then nobody gets to know how great your business is. So you could spend all the time you in the world marinating your fajitas, cooking your steak. You can spend all the time in the world coming up with the most fantastic recipes the world will ever not know because you don't market and advertise. Or you can understand that those two businesses work side and side, and one is the fact that you have to market, you have to advertise, and you have to find a way to attract people into your restaurant if you're going to stay in business. Or you can just have the greatest recipe that nobody ever gets to taste, and that's totally up to you. So you have the business of creating the food, and then you have the business of actually bringing people in to taste that food. So understand that those are the two businesses that every entrepreneur and every business owner has to open and close. Um, what I'll tell you is, if you don't become very, very good at inviting people in, bringing people in, growing the business where people actually want to come and test and try your product, all the time you spend in the world creating the perfect product will be for nothing, right? So if Steve Jobs would have created the iPhone, or Apple, these things that he created, and nobody would have ever known about him, he wouldn't have pushed them and marketed them and sold them, nobody would have ever been able to buy them, he would have had the greatest phone or whatever it is, product that people just never knew about. So understand that you have two businesses, right? The one of the marketing and sales and getting it to the public, and the other business is your actual product itself, whether it's an iPhone, whether it's fajitas, whatever it is. Don't ever forget that. I hear so many real estate agents, I hear it all the time. I ask agents about the market, and they complain, oh, it's slow and it's bad and it's freaking thing. It is absolutely ridiculous. Yet they'll tell you how, oh, I went to this survey class, I went to this credit repair class, and I went to this mortgage class. They go to all these freaking classes and they get completely educated, and they have no clients. So for lack of better terms, you're just a really educated broke ass person, and that's no fun. That doesn't make it in real estate. That won't sustain. It's not okay for me to go home and say, "Hey, the lights are getting cut off, but I learned about surveys today." That it just doesn't work out. You have to understand that. So always be lead generating and creating business, because that's how you stay in business, right? Now I want to talk about two problems. You have to be able to compartmentalize and understand that there are almost going to be these two battling sets of problems within business. So the first problem is something you really don't have a whole lot of control over, and it's not a problem, it's a bunch of problems. Understand this. There are always going to be things that can go wrong in business, right? I got a flat tire, made me late for a showing. That crap happens, right? Other things that happen, I overslept. That happens, right? Things break. My printer wasn't working. My internet went out. My computer's not working. All these things can happen. I don't care how amazing you are and what kind of business you run. I don't care if you sell one house or you sell a million houses. You're going to have problems. If you're building a big team, sometimes that you have the wrong people, they make mistakes. Sometimes you're hiring the wrong people. Sometimes you have to fire someone. Sometimes somebody steals from you. I don't know. Stuff happens, but there's always going to be problems. If you're a newer agent, the problem is typically you don't know a whole lot about the industry, so everything seems like a problem, right? So we're going to take that and we're going to put that in the ball over here. Those are the problems you can't really control. Sometimes the internet's just going to freaking go out. All right, deal with it. Okay, you can't really stop that. Well, there's a whole nother set of problems, and I'm going to tell you that you can control this set of problems more than you know and more than most people care to talk about. This problem is money. Yeah, money. This problem is lead generation to create enough clients to make enough money to accomplish what you want to accomplish. If you get on the phones or you go out and you lead generate at a really high level, whether it's open houses, whatever it is, whether you're sending out mass emails, whether you have a marketing campaign, whatever it is, if you massively take action and lead generate like a mad person, like amazingly, and you make that your focus all day, every day, you will eventually build enough money to where money doesn't even feel like a problem anymore. But the problem is most agents don't do that. They don't lead generate. They don't build a business. They don't market enough. They don't advertise enough. And they have a money problem. They have a money problem all the time. I can't do this. I can't buy more marketing. I can't do this. I can't do, because you don't have enough money. The crazy thing is, we talked about the other set of problems, which is all the crap that just happens naturally, and the money problem. Here's what's crazy. Is if you make enough money and generate enough business, these problems almost become obsolete and they can go away. So if you solve the lead generation and the money problem, you can take care of many other problems. Think about it. I have a flat tire. Instead of being late, if you can call a company to come and fix your flat tire, or if you can have a run flat tire that's already fixes itself, or you have enough money to buy tires that hardly ever go flat, or you can buy so many new tires that it won't happen nearly as often. Your lead generation just paid to fix that problem. If your printer's already broken and you can afford a better printer or an on-call company to come and fix it immediately so you don't have problems, money can help you with that. You know, there are a lot of things that if you solve the money and the lead generation problem, that you can take care of these other problems that are going to happen in business. So what I'm getting to you today with we talk about, you have two businesses. One is the lead generation business and one is the actual business of your real estate business. Showing houses, surveys, title commitment, all these other things that you deal with in real estate. That's one business. If you do not get good at the lead generation business, if you don't come in every day, open your lead generation business and go to work lead generating and bring in more business, nobody will ever know how great of a real estate agent you are. And that's a really sad thing. People deserve to know how great of a real estate agent you are, how much you studied, how much you put into this, how much you risk and wagered on the career success that you're trying to go for. So go out and lead generate like you've never lead generated before. If you don't have enough business, enough clients, enough people to write contracts for, enough people to service, get on the phones and go create more business. Lead generate like it's the only thing you have to do all day, every day until you have enough business to take care of all your financial issues, to build a bigger business, to pay for more marketing, to pay for more advertising, and to take your family life to the next level. So always be lead generating. It's one of the most important things. Lead generation is the heart of your business. If your heart stops pumping, nothing else matters. You die. That's the way it happens. I hope you understand what I'm getting at here. I know people can misconstrue my message. It is what it is. I hope I helped somebody. I hope I inspired and motivated somebody. If you guys need anything at all, give me a call. Give me a shout. Reach out to me. I'll help you with anything I possibly can. I'm an open book. I don't believe in secret sauces and all that crap. I believe that everything I have, I want to teach to you and help you to grow. It's all available for you. Have an amazing day. This is Ozzie Ramirez. I'm with Agents Empowering Agents and the AskOzzie.com real estate team with EXP here in Houston, Texas. I'm here for you. Guys, have an amazing day. Take it easy.